Let's hear it once again for these guys. What a beautiful show. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Mark and Virginia. 13 years we've been doing the feast. And 13 years they've been giving us something absolutely wonderful. Thank you both so much. I got people in front of me and people behind me. I can't thank you all for being here tonight enough. It is always such a great evening. It's one of my favorite evenings of the year. Folks come new to this event, never having been to the feast before, and it always blows their minds a little bit when we just gather together 500 of our closest friends to have dinner and enjoy one another's company. So if this is your first feast, we're glad that you're here. If this is your 13th feast, we're even more glad that you're here. Now, for a long time, we used to bring a speaker in to come in and speak following the musical performance, and for a lot of years, that was totally unfair to that speaker, because she's hard to follow them. So now it gets to be unfair to me for the past several years that I follow Mark in Virginia. But I want to talk with you a little bit tonight. Tonight is the kickoff of our stewardship season. It is the kickoff of the time in which we come together as a parish to support our life together. And what a wonderful life it is. You have to remember that every year we raise almost $2 million for our life together as a community. Give yourself some applause for that. $2 million. If you think about it like that, sometimes it seems like an overwhelming and daunting figure. But we do it, and we do it together. And there's a great story I want to share with you tonight about an old town in Europe several centuries ago where a wealthy noblewoman wondered what kind of a legacy she was going to leave to her townspeople. She thought about it for a long time, and she decided that she would build them a church. However, no one was allowed to see the plans, and no one was allowed to go inside while the church was being built. But on the day of the opening of the new church, the entire town gathered together, and they were all there, and the place was beautiful. It exceeded everyone's expectations. It was a holy space, a beautiful space, a magnificent space. And as the townspeople walked around inside, one of them noticed, but where are the lights in here? Where are the lamps? It's rather dark in this space. And at that point, the noblewoman held up a lamp, and she pointed to brackets that were built all along the walls of the church. And then she handed to every family in the town a lamp. And she said, you are to provide the light for the church. When you are here, you bring your lamp and light it, and you will give light to our community. But when you are absent and your place is dark, we are diminished without you. When you come and bring your lamp, we have the light of Christ. When you do not, we are a little bit darker. I love that old story. I love that story because I think it symbolizes for me how important it is what we are as a community. That all of us have gifts that we give to this community, and that it takes all of us sharing our light, giving what we can give to make a difference. Some people say, well, I don't have a whole lot of money that I can give the church, and I don't have a whole lot of time that I can give, and I don't have many special skills. Well, that's okay. It's that we give, and that we give together to each other, that we share the burdens and carry the load together. And this place has always, always been so good at that. Never forget that every gift you give, whether it's an hour doing a simple ministry or whether it's a week doing a mission trip, whether it's a $10 pledge or a $10,000 pledge, every gift lifts up Jesus Christ. Every gift makes our community into what it is. And every gift matters. When I think about that $2 million that we have to raise every year, it's interesting that it's easy to think, well, that's something that they do. Chip, or Randy, or Charlie Whitaker and Brent Wynn, the stewardship chairs, or the vestry. But you know, folks, there is no they. There's only we. Us. There is no outside money that makes up that budget every year. We do it. With our gifts, big and small, there's only us. Because of the work we do, because of the time we give, because of the ministries we share, we build our life together. I'm reminded of an old poem that I love that says, I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. Each of us is asked to bear our light in our community, to bring our lamps with us wherever we go. As I said last year, we do not make our budget and then ask the parish family to meet the budget of the church. Unlike every other social service, nonprofit organization, what we do is the church waits to see what we, the community, will give in thanksgiving for the blessings of our lives. And then from what you give, we decide what the budget can be for that year. We only make our budget after you have decided what you want to give. So when you go home tonight, what I want you to do is that I want you to ask yourself, have I been blessed? Have I been blessed? Have I been blessed with family, friends, health, a good job? And if you can answer that question, yes, then what I want you to do is to decide what you want to give back in thanksgiving for those blessings. Because giving is one of the most essential parts of being a Christian. When we give, we are most like God. And when we give, it reminds us that everything we have is indeed a gift from God. So go home and ask yourself if you've been blessed. Melissa and I this year feel so very blessed to be here with all of you, to have our health, to be with our families, to be with this family. How could we not give back in thanksgiving for all of that? So this Sunday is Pledge Sunday. If you can, I hope that you will give to our life together at St. James's. I hope you will light your lamp and contribute to the work that we do in our community. Because if we don't do it, there is no they. It is only us. All of us together. We are the family of Christ at St. James's. Now, some parishioners, some very kind parishioners have gotten together this year, and they have come up with a $14,000 matching grant that they want to do this year. For everyone who has never pledged before, for first-time pledgers, they will match each first-time pledge up to $14,000. And that is a really marvelous thing to do and can help add our light to someone else's light. So I want to thank those folks for being willing to do that. I love this place. I love serving at St. James's and watching the people come and go. I love walking into the Misha House and finding people who have been in there for hours, cooking meals for the homeless, putting together a project for a mission trip, preparing to teach our children. I love walking down the halls on Wednesday nights or Thursday nights and listening to the beautiful music being made by our choir and those folks who give of their time in the middle of the week to come and make a joyful noise to the Lord. I love walking down our hallways on Sunday morning and seeing the teachers dashing in and out of the room, and that one hairy teacher who's got 34 4-year-olds and trying to figure out what to do. I love getting there at 7:30 on a Sunday morning, and there's a volunteer lay Eucharistic minister waiting for me in the hallway who wants to give their time to serve. Or the ladies who quietly, humbly, and yet so beautifully work in our altar guild, ironing, starching, getting all of those stains out of those purificators. Can you imagine? Gifts that are behind the scenes, unseen. Our ushers, you name it, there are so many people who give so much. We together are so much greater than we are by ourselves. We are a light in our part of Richmond. We are a light in our part of Richmond. And God is calling us to burn as brightly as possible. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the gifts that you give. Thank you for the time and the support and the energy that you give. God bless you, and let's make this year another wonderful year for our life as a parish family. Okay, now, we're almost ready to go home.